take a look at the latest release of the Spider-Man Retro Figure Series Wave from Hasbro and the Marvel Legends team. This is, of course, the Black Cat figure. Now, the last time we got a Black Cat figure was in 2019 during the Kingpin Build-A-Figure series. However, that figure looked nothing like the traditional comic book counterpart of Black Cat that we know and love from the comics, as well as the television series. Now, the television series, I'm sure, like most of you watching this video, I grew up watching religiously on Saturday mornings, Fox Kids, same thing with the X-Men animated television series, so immediately I'm a sucker for these Toy Biz card backs. Looks absolutely beautiful. Nice Spider-Man logo up there on the top. You know, we get the little character from the television series over here on the left-hand side, and then on the back we get a little brief biography, as well as, again, the classic Spider-Man logo from the animated television series, and a nice little silhouette of Black Cat. But absolutely minty card. As much as I hate to do it, gotta cut it open because I gotta get this figure out and see how she looks. Alright, now that we have her out of her plastic prison, I can already tell I'm a big fan of what they did with her face sculpt and her line and makeup work here, especially around the eyes there. It just really nice little detail, especially against the eyebrow area. Just very tiny line work there. Did a really great job with the eyes and the lips again. Her hair looks exceptionally good. It's got a nice gray wash to it, so it adds some nice texture, so it's not just a plain basic blob of white plastic on top. She's got some nice details because of those gray washes in there with white, so gives it that nice silverish white hair look. Overall, exceptional job on the head sculpt here. Now, one thing to note though is because she's got this flowing mane of hair, she's going to have very limited range of motion for her head, so she's not really going to be able to look up any. Down, I mean, minuscule at best. Side to side, it's going to be limited as well, just because, again, that hair is sitting on these shoulders on both the front and the back of her. She does have, you know, pretty good range of motion and articulation. Shoulders move up, single bend at the elbow. 360 swivel of both the shoulder and the elbow joint. She does have a hinge on the wrist, of course, as well as a 360 swivel. And one cool thing I thought about the hinge, though, is they actually added a vertical hinge, so you can have her wrist go up and down, as opposed to what they typically do, where it being a horizontal hinge where it goes side to side. And since she does come with an accessory that requires you to really kind of snap that wrist forward and down, that is ideal. Now, the other side, a little bit, you know, different. It's the same kind of vertical hinge. Her hands making that claw. You could argue that this should have been a different hinge so she could go side to side with a swiping motion, but I understand why they kept, you know, the vertical hinge on both hands. Just something, you know, a minor gripe, I guess you could say, is I would have expected this hand in particular to be a horizontal hinge. That way she can kind of slash with her hand. She does have a torso upper body crunch, so to speak, so she bends that far backwards, that far forwards. You can, of course, spin it all the way around. The legs, that's as far forward as she can kick. It's as far back as she can kick. She does have 360 range of motion at the thigh, and she does have a double jointed knee, so you can get quite a bit of bend back there. And then there is no boot cut, so surprisingly, you thought, you know, it would have been probably a good idea for them to add a boot cut here, but there is no boot cut. She does have ankle pivot and rocker, so she can get her foot all the way down, up, and then side to side, as well as, you know, the standard peg holes at the bottom of her feet. But again, just like her hair, they did a really good job with the gray wash adding to the fur around the cuffs of her boot, as well as the, you know, cuffs around her sleeves there. Excellent job. She doesn't have any fur lining around her neckline there. That's one thing I believe the 2014 figure did have, and most of the classic appearances of Black Cat do have some sort of fur around her collar. This one does have a much more conservative bosom, so to speak. As typical Marvel Legends, it does have a very pronounced chest, but it is not super revealing like the 2014 figure. But overall, very excited about this figure. Like I said, it blends in perfectly and is a nice addition to the rest of these Spider-Man retro figures. I personally ordered this one from GameStop because they were the first one to get inventory and start shipping it, but you can get it from various different retailers. I'll put product links down in the video description box below if you want to pick it up. But she does come with some cool accessories. She wouldn't be Black Cat without her whip here. Now this is literally just a repaint of a whip that we've got in previous releases. Most recently, it's the same whip that we got on the Evil Jean Grey from the, the Hellfire Club here. So that one was all black. The Black Cat whip has that silver claw, as well as the white rope and the black handle. And of course, Black Cat, she has to come with, wouldn't you know it, a black cat. Now this is again just another repainted piece. This one was a typical Garfield looking orange cat that came with the Miss Marvel for the Miss Marvel wave of the Marvel Legends figure. Nice to go with Black Cat here. So it's a good repaint. Black Cat, green eyes, sits there on his tail. It's like this, doesn't really rest on her shoulder or anything like that. So he's just going to be something you're going to put at her feet. But overall, very good job, Hasbro Marvel Legends, with this Spider-Man retro Black Cat figure. If you enjoyed the video, make sure you hit that like button, share the video with your friends if you found the information helpful, and as always, thanks for watching, guys. It really means a lot.